Welcome everyone to a new episode of the Epic City. Today it's going to be a noisy one. We're going to walk through Chowringhee Road all the way from Exide, which is right over there, Exide crossing. We're going to walk straight up Chowringhee and we're going to end our tour at Esplanade Crossing. It's a beautiful morning today. Along the way, we're going to talk about a bit of the history of this road, what makes it so special, why is it still important, and we're going to see the early morning vibes and feels of this road. So let's begin. I started my walk at the Exide end of the road. It's just after 6 a.m. in the morning. It's still pretty cold. I'm gonna get back. Having to walk in a bit of a precarious situation. There's some event going on over here for school people. So there are school buses parked on the left side of the road. But no matter, it's fine. Not a problem. Chowringhee is actually believed to be one of the oldest roads in the city. And if you read a lot of the articles or a lot of the blogs, a lot of people refer to it as even older than the city of Kolkata, which is a pretty interesting way to look at it. Interestingly, Chowringhee is not the only road that is considered to be older than Kolkata. As I was speaking in my last video, walking down Bidhan Chowringhee, the now Roman Chowringhee, which used to be Chitpur Road, is also considered to be older than Kolkata, which is also pretty interesting. I have crossed the first stretch of the road. To my left was St. Paul's Cathedral. Not much is visible through the bushes and the shrubbery, but I'll get you a better view of that as winter strolls along. There's a bus on the wrong side. I doubt the city will ever get rid of these rickety buses. Fall apart any second. Okay, back to Chowringhee. So it's considered that this road is older than the city of Kolkata, because before the British even showed up, and when all of this land was essentially a dense forest, there still was a semblance of a road. There used to be a dirt road that used to lead this section of the city all the way to Kalighat, which at that point, by the 17th century, was already 600 years old, 500-600 years old. It's MP Birla Planetarium to my left. A lot of you know this place. A lot of you that have been here have nice childhood memories here. Yeah, so it used to be a dirt patch of road leading from the Tipu Sultan Mosque all the way to Kalighat, and it used to be referred to as the road to Kalighat, Kalighat Rasta. And even the name Chowringhee, it's disputed as to how the name came to be. You have to be careful while crossing. Where is the crossing? Oh, there is no crossing here. I have to take a bit of a detour. Alright. Yeah, so some say that there used to be a very tiny fishing village here called Chowringhee, and that Chowringhee is a disambiguation of that name. Others say that there used to be a yogi by the name of Chowringhee Giri. He had a vision, and that led him to found the Kalighat temple, and that's how the name happened. Nobody really knows. It's not exactly official where we got that name from, but we have the name, and it's a unique name. This side is Victoria Memorial side. We're gonna walk that road someday. Today we're gonna cross. I was worried about it being overcast again, but we are seeing a better morning. From about this point, so Elliott's Park, from around this area all the way to the... Is someone waving at me? No, sorry. From this area all the way to the Dharmatala end, there used to be a really dense forest. This is as recent as the 17th century. And those forests were famously infested with tigers. So the so the books of yore say. I'm going to pause for a second, just going to cross this area and then we'll resume. And we're back. It's a Sunday morning, so the streets are quite filled up with morning walkers. These aren't your average office goers, it's not a weekday. But oh man, the morning walkers. Well, I guess I'm also a morning walker considering it's morning and I'm walking. Yeah. We're approaching Elliott's Park. And sheer number of cars. Don't do what I just tried to do. Try to walk the footpath. That is the 42. That is the tallest building in this city. It's a residential tower. Looks pretty good in my opinion. A lot of people say a lot of things about it, but it looks fairly nice. And you can see it from everywhere. You can see it from my house too. And it's really fitting that they found Chowringhee to be the place to place the building. At the end of the day, Chowringhee did see the first imperial palaces show up. So 1757, the Battle of Plassey, the British one, right? They had already had a fair bit of Calcutta under their arms. But the Battle of Plassey win pretty much sealed it. It was their turn now. So once they won that, they decided to come to Calcutta and they decided to build a fort. Now, they already had a fort here, an older version of the fort, the old Fort William. You refer to my video on that. But yeah, once they built once they had won Calcutta, they wanted to create a new fort. So they built the new Fort William, the Fort William that exists currently. And because of that, and the Fort William is just across the Maidan over here. And because of that, the demand for housing and administrative offices on this stretch of the road became very rampant. It's still referred to as the lungs of Calcutta. This road was improved. It was officially dedicated. And fun fact, this is actually one of the very few roads in the city that are still known as Chowringhee by its original name. In every map, in every century, this road is always referred to as Chowringhee Road. The stretch that we are walking today, right now, from Exide all the way to Park Street is still officially called Chowringhee Road. From Park Street onwards, it's called Jawaharlal Nehru Road. It was the decolonization drive that the government had a few decades ago. But yeah, because of the sudden importance of the road after the Battle of Plassey, this road became very integral in the connection between the northern side of the city, which had the grey town, quote unquote, the grey town, and its connection to the south. which is your Kali Ghat. So in my last video about Bidhan Chowringhee, if you guys remember, I had spoken about how the north-south thoroughfares were mainly Ravindra Chowringhee and Bidhan Chowringhee, right? Well, both of them end at Esplanade. So really, Esplanade was the southern fringe of the city back then. But then Kali Ghat existed, and this road was the one that connected the ends of both those roads to Kali Ghat. Hence, Kali Ghated Rasta. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the entrance to the Maidan from this side of the street. And if you walk this road, you'll see a lot of small tanks or ponds to your left. These ponds are actually still there from back in the day. Remember that map that I had spoken about in my last video from 1849? That map actually, well, maps out a lot of these tanks. So there's the breezy tank at the Exide end, and a lot of, I think 4 or 5 more tanks on the left side. So most of them are still there. Pretty incredibly, the tanks have survived. Along with this boundary wall. It's incredible that this thing also survives. This was erected, I couldn't find any publicly accessible information, but I remember from an earlier article that I had read from the National Library way back in the past, that this was erected after the Sepoy Mutiny, so after 1856 or something. And it was built then, and it exists as is today. So it was built and renovated and renovated. And every few years I still see this area getting a fresh coat of paint. It's always nice to see, not gonna lie. Okay, I have to find an exit onto the main road. Some of the denser parts of the Maidan still remain. It's actually quite dense. Look at that. In the middle of the city. Pretty cool. Okay, I have an exit. Yes. That big building over there is the Chatterjee International, the first ever skyscraper built in Calcutta. But I mean, it's pretty tall, and back in the 60s and 70s when it was built, considerably tall, I would say. But yeah, we're nearing Park Street. We're nearing the end of the Chowringhee Road as it exists today. There's someone making a reel on the street or taking pictures maybe. I'm gonna stop talking and respect their privacy. What do you guys think about the Park Street flyover? This flyover to my right. Impeded views of the skyline. This is, after all, the skyline that you see. After all, this is the view that you get from the other side of the Maidan. Not pretty happy about that. Man, there's so much garbage. Ooh, I'm seeing a brick wall. Not sure what it is. Let me see if I can find a way in. Utter amount of garbage. So I have tracked back a little bit. Do you guys see that brick structure with that central point in the middle? I have no idea what this is. This is right opposite the Chatterjee building. This is right opposite that. If you guys know what this is, I need to go see the map. I cannot remember seeing a structure here. But let me know if you guys know what this is. It's the thing about walking here. If you walk and you look around, you'll find a fair few gems that you didn't know existed. God knows what this is though. I'm not gonna fixate on this. I had to pause there because of a patch of garbage that I couldn't avoid on the way to that brick structure. How is this area right on the side of the main thoroughfare of the city so dirty is genuinely beyond me. And I hope it's not just me noticing it, right? I really do see the joys in this city, okay? I really do. That's why I keep making videos. But when you leave places like that, so dirty, I'm not talking about the physics, I'm not talking about the civic sense or people being people and not realizing that they're dirtying, all of that. I'm not talking about that. That will take years to fix, decades to fix. I get that. But you, as the government, are responsible for cleaning these things up. How are you not doing that? This is years of garbage. What looked like years. I'm not too keen on showing that on camera, but I think I did show a little bit. It's not excusable. But anyway, we have reached the Park Street end. To the right there, under the flyover, is the Park Street. That's a road we'll cover some other day. But I hope you guys liked this stretch of Chowringhee. We'll be covering the stretch from here to Esplanade just shortly, but you'll see the video next week. This one was a little bit more information heavy. I hope you guys like the format, but I think the main format of it, which is walking and talking, would remain the same. I think it's nice when I get distracted and go off on a tangent, but I hope you guys like that too. That's been me from Chowringhee Rd. See you in the next one.